is RC.Nelson, and I am an animator and a illustrator, designer, and I love making music. Hello. I like to daydream. I think that's probably the thing that I probably love to do the most. And as somebody who wants to approach everything artistically and create and find beauty in it and show a juxtaposition of dark and light and evil and good and you know, and tell these stories, I get the chance to bring to life a story called River City. So here is my take on River City. My take on River City is that it's a story about a place that a newcomer stumbles upon. His car breaks down, immediately gets thrusted into the story of almost like hillbilly warlocks, 1950s style, like a mindset. You know, you have town hops. Think of American Graffiti or think of Grease. You know, they race down the strip and, you know, there's neon signs all over the place. But then there's this dark side where there's werewolves and zombies, demons, creature feature characters. So that is this place. We just painted this place. And this newcomer, Edwin, he's just an everyday hero, just doing his job. You know, every day is about going from point A to point B, and then he gets thrown off course. Went through these woods, found an old cabin where there's this warlock guy named Gatekeeper, and he's like, I know your name. It's the woods come alive at nighttime, you know, beware of this. Your next steps are going to be this and that because I could see into the future somehow. And it's really freaks Edwin out. This freaks him out, but he's lost. He's off the beaten path. He doesn't know his way around. And all of a sudden, without really making a decision, he makes a decision to say yes, but not knowing what that means. He's thrown into this town, and everything is mild. But there's this hush, this like, maybe one day you'll save us all type of mindset. And his first interaction is with this old blind guy named Remus, who's a little flamboyant. He's a little over the top and dramatic, and you know, he's wearing a cut-off shirt, see-through. You see his nipples. You know, he's wearing like ripped off jeans, and he's wearing house slippers, and he's like, he just bombards himself into Edwin's life. And Edwin already has an apartment picked out for him. It's like decorated, but it's all really run down. And they go to, you know, he's like, let's take you out, get you to know some people. And they go to a bar named the Dock House. And in this Dock House, that's where you see some of the creatures. It's where you see the locals. You see just this dingy old dive bar. It's more of a tavern, but it's, you know, and it's like scared out of their mind. And all of a sudden, bam, the Front Street Elite just barged through the front doors like an old Western. They walk in and it's led by this guy who has a scar on his eye, bigger than the rest. His name is Mace, and he is the town bully. Then he has his 2 idiots behind him. You have A-Game, and then you have another guy named Scabies, who's this real big fat dude who you could tell that he moves slow, but he could lift heavy things, you know. They're just the idiots behind him, right? And then behind the bar you have Shmi, and Shmi is this like him, Remus, and Edwin make up this trio, and we're still trying to come up with the name of this trio, but they're the good guys. And Shmi is this really short, staunchy, like a guy who's just angry. He's just always picking a fight. It's like a loudmouth, small person, and he's the barkeep. He's a bartender, and so the first episode of River City is about that. Second episode dives into the what's another layer beyond that, and you meet new people, and the town gets more complex. So that is where we are. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it kind of makes sense. You know, I've never really put it into words before. I just had this feeling. I had this like visual of how I saw these characters, you know. I don't know. I wanted the faces to create emotion, so I had to have big lips and big eyes and big noses and stuff. And I really started this at the beginning. Like, I started this like not even really knowing the story. This guy named John Michael comes into my life, team of badasses, and he's like, hey, I got this story, I want to pay you, let's work on it. And I worked on it for 3 years. Took a little bit of break, and then we started episode 2. And in that break, he wrote the second episode, and then now he has it all plotted out, and I think there's 5 episodes to make up a full season. And that's our plan, is to just put it out, complete the story of the first season, and then hopefully you guys will want more. And by then, we hope to have funding. We hope to get recognition enough to make this put more hands on it and get it out faster and that sort of stuff. So that's the plan. Me, my name is RC.Nelson. This is MattiBurns Creative Studio. Super quick. MattiBurns was the name of my great grandfather on my mother's side. He came from Sicily through Ellis Island, and he was a tap dancer in Brooklyn during the Depression. And he was this entrepreneur and this dreamer of our family, right? And he's like big and loud, and he's I don't know, I think he was like 4'9". You know, he was just this big loudmouth Sicilian that commanded attention. At least that's how everyone treated him. I mean, I was pretty young, but I don't know. I just look at that and it's mysterious. Like, I'm currently writing a novel that was taken from the mystery of my grandfather on my dad's side, who never talked and was quiet, and it was just a cup of coffee and a cigarette, and he just listened, and he was real slow, and he had one eye, and he fought in Vietnam, and we share the same birthday, and I'm like, I feel kindred, just like I feel kindred to MattiBurns, Matthew Frazetta. His stage name was MattiBurns. And so, I don't know, it's like rediscovering your roots or going back in time and trying to put yourself into these people's shoes, and go, how did you guys do it? And that's what I love about it.